Aloha from the big island of Hawaii. Welcome to my channel, Sun Salutation Spotlight. My name is Andrea, and today I'm going to tell you about my top studios in the Kailua Kona region of this island. If you're coming to the big island, either on vacation or maybe you're moving here, or maybe you already live here and you're just looking for a new sangha, a new community, a new place to find your yoga bliss, stick around and we'll let you know all the reasons we love the studios here, which ones were our favorites and why. And we'll get a little more into a special, unique kind of yoga that only exists here on the island. The mask mandate will be lifted on the big island of Hawaii on the 25th of March. Just to keep that in mind, depending on your comfort level. I think it's important to let folks know kind of ahead of time what you're getting into. Overall, it's a very vibrant yoga community here. People of really all ages and all walks of life practicing here. And really just people coming together to breathe and get their sweat on. I will say that the classes here and the studios are more fitness focused. So because there were only 5 studios to review here, I wanted to highlight the most outstanding attribute of each. And so starting with the very first, the Yoga Hale is the OG studio in this area of the Kailua Kona region. It's also in the heart of downtown Kona. If you've been here, if you live here, or if you're familiar, there is like a main strip along Ali'i Drive, and that is where you can find Yoga Hale. Yoga Hale means yoga house, and the owner, named Saifan, let me know that she opened her studio in 1999 and was the first yoga studio here in this area. So certainly very cool to visit the OG studio and to see how it has established the yoga scene here in this area. Yoga Hale had a really wide variety of classes and class types. To me, Yoga Hale was the highlight is OG studio and in the heart of downtown Kona. The second studio I'm reviewing here is Yoga Nest. It's in a small shopping center, just a little bit off the beaten path. It's nestled in the corner behind a very cute little coffee shop. And for this studio, the highlight is it was the most aesthetic. I really appreciated Melissa's decor inside the studio. She had some beautiful macrame on the wall, and she also had a beautiful reception area. And she had cute candles and stones and crystals for sale, which I always love. And then I also appreciated that her studio was the only studio that I visited here that did not have mirrors, which I actually like because I know that mirrors can sometimes take us out of the internal experience that I appreciate getting from asana. To me, that was a big plus. It was just a very simple space where we were practicing and flowing, which I actually really appreciated. And then the third studio I'll be reviewing here is Bikram Yoga Kona. So clearly a Bikram studio. They did offer traditional 90-minute Bikram classes there that I did take, as well as 60-minute Bikram classes and some hot vinyasa classes and hot hit Pilates. So I was really grateful to take Heather's 90-minute hot vinyasa. She was a really beautiful instructor. I really appreciated her class. It was a really fun class to go to. And I also took the owner Krista's hot hit Pilates, which was a very hard class for me, being more so a yoga practitioner than a Pilates practitioner. I really worked a lot of muscles that we don't really get to work in vinyasa, traditional vinyasa or hatha classes. So I really appreciated the added workout there. Definitely the most fitness focused studio that I attended. The fourth studio is going to be Yoga Love Hawaii, and this one to me was the most community-centric studio. I took Tika's 90-minute vinyasa class Sunday morning, and the class was packed. It was the most packed class I've been to in a while, which was a really beautiful feeling. I thought Tika, who is the studio owner, was really inspiring, and she had a really beautiful, fluid teaching style that I really loved. The community, you could tell, was really established, and all walks of life, all ages. It was a really cool space. And there was artwork in the studio, actually a mural made by one of the fellow yoga teachers there. So that was really cool as well, and felt very community oriented. Last but not least is going to be Malaike Holistic Center. So this was actually, it's still considered Kona, I believe. It's just the Honuluoa area, so you have to drive up a mountain, a small mountain, to get there. And this health center, I voted as the best views and nice for slow, relaxing, easy flows. It was ocean on one side because you're at a vantage point. It's really beautiful to overlook the ocean. It was surrounded in windows, and on the other side was the mountain. It was a really beautiful space to practice, especially in the morning. It was a 9 o'clock a.m. class. I took Radhe's class, her hatha and restorative, and Radhe is a very experienced teacher. Really nice class to take amidst so many, hot power classes. It's an interesting dynamic because it's also a holistic center, so there are other services that are offered there from different practitioners. You will find a phone number on the website to call the teacher and let them know ahead of time that you'll be there. So it's a little bit old school, but she did take Venmo, so that was made it pretty convenient. I just wanted to bring up a type of yoga practice I had never heard of before coming to the island. I practiced all over the West Coast, and I had never heard of Budi Yoga, so B-U-T-I. It's essentially, from what I understand, primal movement incorporated in the flow, and I'm actually taking that class later tonight with Saifan, the studio, the OG studio I mentioned earlier. And I found out through various teachers, because it is on the schedule at a lot of classes here, that it was created by someone here in the Big Island. So I'm really excited to really experience what that class is going to be like. Mahalo for subscribing below. If you'd like to see my future videos, this is the very first. Please ring the bell at the bottom of the screen, and let me know if you have any places that you would like me to go, where you live, or where you might be planning to move, or where you want to learn more about what the studio scene is like there. I'll be doing a Seattle video and a San Francisco video here soon, so I hope to see you again then. Mahalo, take care, thanks for joining.